My sisters and brothers, be thankful. They tell me the time has come for us to give our souls to the cause. You will feel it shortly. Let the hell energy wash over you. You will be elevated to something more. We will join them, walk alongside them, help them forge a new world.
Welcome back. This is Jack. We're about to play some Elden Rings. Yeah, I know I did Strangers of Paradise yesterday. Stranger of Paradise. I don't know. And I already said I wasn't planning on doing that as a regular stream. I wanted that for my own game. I might pop back into it one more time later on, or a couple times later on, because the game has a lot going for it. I will say, if I had to rate it, I'd say it's a 7 or an 8. And the reason why I give it that is its biggest draw is it's one, it's got a Final Fantasy name. Two, it's a remake of Final Fantasy 1. 3, it's kind of a Dark Souls game, like in the fact that it can be challenging and stuff, and there is a Chaos mode, which is an even harder mode. But my problem with it is, it doesn't know what it wants to really be. Don't get me wrong, I like the game. I'm having fun with the game. They did introduce a story mode, which, hey, that enters a lot of gripes that people have had about a lot of these other games, is the fact that there is no easier mode, because From Software knows its audience. From Software's like, hey, no, we're going to make this game as hard as possible and mess with you. There's a whole lake of rot, which is nothing but, I forget what it's called. And that's why so they get their audience. They get them very well. But Square Enix, with them doing the letting Bandai Namco make this game, they didn't take that into account. Now, because they wanted to be more mainstream, which is fine, so they made a story mode. They also made an easy mode, which is slightly more difficult. But the biggest draw is still the job system, because what makes it unique is, for instance, you can start as a pugilist, but then as you level up in pugilist, I've actually got pugilist maxed out. You can become a monk. The next job up, you have advanced classes, and then you actually have expert. And expert can take 3 advanced classes just to unlock. The one I'm working towards is actually Dark Knight, because that was a super secret one in the original Final Fantasy Tactics, which was really hard to get, really hard. You had to do not only do the right classes for the character, but you also had to do certain events in the game. That was a big deal. So I'm definitely interested in that. I'll get back to you guys on if I have any further opinion on it. The classes don't necessarily feel too different from each other either, to be 100% honest. It pretty much comes down to how hard they can hit, how fast they hit, and that's about, and what do the combos look like? Because you have the biggest examples for me is Marauder, and I think it's Swordsman. Where you have just 2 giant ass weapons. Both are slow, and then both have a power attack, which is insanely powerful. Both can charge their basic attack. And the only real difference between the two is one's a sword, the other's an axe. And also praise the sun, Gothic. It's a pleasure to see you here. I just want to get that all out of the way at the beginning, talking about Stranger of Paradise before I got rolled into it. So, we are going to be starting the Stronk playthrough. And I have a couple of things I want to show you guys that help you get an early advantage into the game. Now, we could easily, so if you're not wanting to start as the wrench, which is what I'm going to do, you could go Vagabond. It gives you initial start of armor that's pretty good. And I think you get a couple of heavy weapons that you can use. Hero? Yeah, it's Hero is a good option as well, because you do start with a lot more strength. I'll just show you, show stats. You see your strength starts at 16. Now, there's a reason I'm not choosing this, and I'll explain that later. And this one, you also start with a decent strength, a balance of dex, vigor, and what your starting gear is a bit better. If you're willing to put in the work, samurai mode, I think is still is easy mode. Going in as a samurai is easy mode. Nothing against it, just still feel it's easy mode. But we're gonna go in as wretch, because that 10 across the board is pretty good, especially because what I do know to do. And of course, I'm playing as female. I do have, let's make sure I do this. Hang on. We're just going to name it Guts, because this character is obviously going to be somewhat based off of Guts. Mature? keepsake. I always forget to do this, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. I do want the stone sword. There is actually a specific reason. Detailed appearance. I'm just going to load one of the presets I have. This one. All right. So we don't have to spend too much time in the fashion-born side of things. Starting this game with this character. All right. So the problem with Wretch is obviously that you don't start with any real gear. You have just a bonk stick. And your stats are straight 10s. So you can't use anything off the start, really, except for that bonk stick. But the fact that you are level 1 means your initial couple levels will go by pretty damn quickly. And then on top of that, because everything's a 10, it becomes much more comfortable later on that when you're like, hey, I want to use the sword, but it needs a dex of 12 and I'm still at a 10. Cool, I only have to go up 2 levels. So it allows you to mold your character a lot quicker. So we're gonna I'm gonna be doing a bit of like not dicking around much. I'm just gonna like I'm gonna say speed run it a little bit. Like it's not actually speed running, obviously. There's somebody who's beaten it in an hour. Like I'm not even joking. He's beaten this game in an hour, and I think I have a couple ideas of how he did it. I haven't looked at the videos. I kind of want to. I almost want to do a react video to it because this is insane. Because that's insane. Like I probably want to message him. Hey, do you mind if I do a react video to your speed run? If he says no, then I wouldn't do it. All right, I am playing online, by the way, too. So, like, you'll see Visions of Destruction. I eventually will come back here and murder the guy that's here because there is some stuff I'd like to do, but I'm not gonna even play around with him. I'm just gonna let him kill me. Actually, I'm gonna bonk him at least once. That way, he remembers my name. Yeah, he almost killed me with... He killed me with his yell. He killed me with his, like... Kyo? I can't remember what it's called. It's called something in, like, karate. It's, where you assume a stance and let out a yell to get yourself, psyched up. There's a lot of martial arts have something similar. I forget what that one's called. Alright, so we're already here. I just went ahead and plowed my way through. Alright, I could go down there. It would get me a little bit of runes, but it's more tedious than it's worth, so I'm not going to do it. If you stick around long enough, you'll eventually see like some early gear that's really good that you can get that's actually right here, and how to get it. It's right here. It's actually right behind that wall. If you know where to run to and how to run it, you can actually get some insanely good gear. Probably one of the best early talismans in the games is there. One of the best spirit summons in the whole game is in there. And then one of the best heavy bows is in there. The only downside to the bow is it scales more of a faith. So if you're not doing a faith build at all, it's useless to you. However, there's a bow, not a light bow, but a bow that you can get also pretty early if you know where to look. It does require a little bit of running, but not too much. If you've got the horse, it's definitely not an issue. There is a quest chain with this guy, which gives a specific ending. I might do his quest chain because it does involve me needing to raid, and I don't want to do it, but I might. Depends on how I feel. Now, if you think the Tree Sentinel is difficult, there's a Tree Sentinel version where he has a horse that breathes fire. I want to let y'all know that. Yep, I'm going to be running around in underwear for a little bit. Because right now we're going to work on getting Stronk up, because I want to use a giant-ass sword. In fact, I want to dual-wield them. Why? Because I want to. And that's more of enough a reason for anything. What I eventually want to do is have 2 of Guts' Buster Swords, but I either need to do that New Game Plus or have a friend drop one off for me. So I would need to find a friend who's on PC and has a spare one they don't want, who's probably like doing a Dex build or something. So they're like, yeah, I really don't care about that weapon. And it's easy to get, so that's the worst part. All right, just hitting these up. Now, one of the things they did do... one of the upgrades they did do is they tweaked some of the merchant shops. This is not one of them, apparently, but that's fine. I need to get the crafting kit, so it's going to be a second. Alright. The reason I'm playing online is in case I get raided for no effing reason, which can happen. I'm not going to stress on it. If I die, I die. If I win, I win. I don't care. Super bonk! Heads up, the super bonk you just saw me do is slightly mo beta. Okay, I'm still light load. Okay, good. I'm just not naked, which is all I was going for. Oh yeah, I could two-hand this son bitch. I don't have an offhand anyway. If you jump and press heavy attack, it's not the same as a charged attack in damage, but it's really damn close. So you're just as close to knocking the hell out. So if you don't have time for it, like the enemy doesn't give you time to do a full charge attack, but you still want to knock them down because you've got the red assassin's dagger or whatever, or just because you want to do the bulk of the burst of damage. And then you can just do a jump and smack. I'm after a very specific goal right now, which has nothing to do with me killing these guys. I'm just doing it. This is just, if I pull this off, then cool. We're not getting them to even for leveling purposes. We're just... Oh, cool, I do have enough now. So what I want to do is I want to go back and get the crafting pouch. I'm not going to do that yet. Oh, good. I have boots now. Did I pick up any gloves? No, I did not. All right, cool. All right, I'm not going to worry too much about picking up too much material. Like, I do want the tree sap for the root resin for a very specific reason. With the root resin, you're able to do the thing, some stuff. But more specifically, what I was talking about is it allows you to allows me to unlock something. Oh, it allows me to actually coat my weapon in fire, or whatever I want to coat it with. Just fire's the earliest. I do know where a couple others I can get pretty early are, but the fire one's free, which just makes it better. Makes it mo better. Go ahead and rest here, because it's going to spawn in the person who lets me level. I looked up found out what allows her to spawn, and it just requires you to have gone to 3 of these things. There's actually some interesting lore on that character. She was actually either created or sent out by Queen Marika to burn the tree. Her job was to burn the tree. I'm not going to level up because I need the 300 for something else. But we have some other work I want to do. So here's a couple like early weapons, especially if you're playing as a wretch, that you can get a hold of very easily. Because I walk past these all the damn time and didn't know they were there. Now the most direct route to get to where we want to go when we're really going to start grinding would be to just go straight through that gate, either bolt through it like I did the first time. I still hate shield users. So you will always see me try to sneak attack them first. We're taking out these guards because it's the best way to get to the chests they are protecting. Now, as I said before, I walk past these weapons several damn times. There's a chest right here. There's 2 of them, actually. Right here. Here's a flail. Early game. Flail. Flail sounds like it's not a big deal. But there are some rock creatures that if you have have a blunt weapon against, just make it so much easier. Crystal enemies are the same way. If you there are just some enemies that you want to have a blunt weapon for. A striking weapon is what they're referred to as. And another good item, if you're more of a sword person, is over at this one. And if you're here at night like I am, you can easily, hell, even during the day, you can easily just sneak up on them. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about spear characters, or spear enemies. If you're playing it yourself, more power to you, is that you can actually attack without lowering your shield the whole time. You don't even need the big-ass shield he's got. Anyway, the Lord Sword's Greatsword is a good two-handed early weapon. that you can get. Now you can if you have the strength to use it one-handed. I don't think I can because I don't think I have the dex. No, I have the dex. Okay, so I can't use it at all yet. Okay, I need more Stronk, so we're not going to worry about that yet. All right, I've got my first priority out of the way, which was to get, the horse. The horse is going to make it easier for me to do some of my later running arounds. Oh yeah. Oh, she's here already. Cool. It means I can get my spirit summons. Oh, entrusted by it by a former master. I thought she was the former master, so that's a misunderstanding on my part. Something I found out, and it was a mistake I made in my previous previous run, is I thought your Godwin fight, the first Elden Lord, was you fighting an imposter. I actually found out that's not the case. That actually was him. The reason why the name change is because before he became Godwin, he was known as however you say that name. He was known by that name, and the lion, I'm going to call it a stand, that was behind him was effectively a limiter he put on himself, because otherwise he would have... No. Oh, I'm going to get rid of that son of a bitch. I hate this. I hate the fact that they give you this. I don't like it. Like, I understand why it's there, but I don't like it. I'm also going to put the wolves there. There we go. All right. Now there are 2 caves we're going to hit up, and then we're doing this more for the runes. This is our work towards runes now. There's something I'm going to be doing that'll give me a stupid amount of runes early. A stupid amount early. We're just doing this. We're doing this to get us to the point where we can do it more comfortably. Sorry. Yeah, this is like the first boss you can really do and be reasonably at being able to do. So he's a good place to start. If you're planning on doing the archery, thin bones are really important because they allow you to do regular arrows. And then the hefty bones, which you get from like bears and stuff like that, is really good for... Yeah, they're just bouncing him around. That's how I feel when wolves are attacking me, you jerk. Oh, hey, you can't handle my bonk? Here's my super bonk. My extra super bonk. I wish you could get his weapon from beating him. You can get his version of his weapon, but it's not his weapon. Yeah, you see me just doing that jump smack because it's just a hell of a lot easier. It's basically a quick heavy attack that you're able to just knock out. All right, we're gonna use this to go back to the entrance, save me some time, even though it's like right there. That cave is pretty good for early place to get material. Cave moss is good for a lot of your cures. Use cave moss as a base, like anti-poison, anti-scarlet rot, anti-bleeding. Alright, we're going to level. We need to get my Stronk up so I can use the sword I want to use. Cool. I went up 1 level of Stronk. Actually, I probably could just go walk out here and bash this guy over the head and probably be enough to go up another level. Alright, so one of the conversations I want to have during this stream, if you have an opinion... what kind of emote? What do you think would be an appropriate emote for my channel? Right now, the only ones I really kind of have, but the members never really watch, so they don't use them. Is I'm still a little short. That's unfortunate. Is the weird coffee mug thing you see on the thumbnail for today's stream? That's one of them, and then there's a non-broken manic one. Right now, the only idea I really have is like different D20s. Because if you're a member, you're referred to as a murder hobo. So that's that. All right. Now I'm going to go. I just want to level up one more time. Actually, leveling up one more time might be enough to let me two-hand that sword. Okay. So the reason why I'm able to use it now is because let me show you in the stats. Hang on, I gotta go ahead and set it to two-hand before I forget. All right. So two-handing a weapon adds 50% more of your strength to the weapon. So if this requires 16, this requires 16 strength. I had a strength of 10 when it refused me. Actually, at 11, I would have been able to do it. Now that I have a strength of 12. My effective strength while two-handing this weapon is a 16. Or sorry, a 17. Because it's 12 plus 6. 18. 12 plus 6. And that's just a big damage difference right there. Early, good, two-handed sword. I still need to get my strength even higher. I need to get my strength to 40 for what I want. And actually, you will be surprised to find out that's not going to be too difficult. Based on some of the things I know how to do. Oh, we forgot to do the other... I forgot to do the other dungeon that I can do. That we're going to go hit up right now. This is an early dungeon that I found just by accident. And it's kind of worth doing. Like, there's nothing too crazy in it that makes it worth doing. But it's better to do it than not do it because it's free runes. And it's just, like, right here. And it's not difficult. The boss fight's unusual, but it's not difficult. Like, I didn't even notice this spot was over here, like, at all, until I was just wandering. Right around this corner, there's a cave. Right in here, there's a tomb. There's a hidden tomb. Who would have thunk? Yeah, the Stormfoot Catacombs. Like, I forget what's all in here. I actually forgot what the... Oh, actually, I remember the reward is now. Now, the reason to do this place is actually not... I'm pretty much coming in here for the runes, if I'm being 100%. The spear dashes you get for doing this, really not worth it. Although I've seen some people use the spear dashes to great effect, there's no point in getting that. And there's like 2 gargoyles in there I just don't want to mess with right now. The early Grave Glovewort is kind of worth it because it allows you to, once you get her unlocked, to start raising your... Okay, I'm just going to step back so the one up there throwing things can't get to me. And then I'm going to completely miss him. Alright, these stone gargoyles are annoying because they love to hide. And they fight you in a 3-dimensional pattern. Like, because they climb and hide up. So if you don't know where to look for them, you will get hit. And the other thing I don't like about this place is this fire. Shit. See what I mean? The good news is, the fire will kill those gargoyles if they're chasing you. I am beelining it straight to the boss. There is a decent amount of loot hidden throughout here I just don't go after, because I just don't care to. I'm already getting a decent amount of runes. Now this is actually me taking it slightly slow because I could actually be going even faster. I could be beelining it to certain places, and if I had started as anything but the wretch, I'd be able to do it much more comfortably. But we're doing some setup. We're doing some proper groundwork here. That's what we're doing. Because I want to take myself at my weakest and show you guys what you can do. Now it's this weird burial watchdog boss. Like, to me, honestly, the boss is more annoying than he's worth. And my wolves aren't even going to last that long. So we already lost one. And it's got a decent amount of burst attacks that'll hit all my wolves simultaneously. See what I mean? He just spun around. And this thing is aggressive enough that it can be tedious to try and fight by yourself. Like right now I'm going to have to show you guys. Just because it can be unrelenting. Alright, he's going to get me. Maybe. We killed each other. No, no. Like, if my last attack had connected, I would have won. But for some reason, he went over my head just enough to miss the tip of that blade. So, if the roles were reversed, that would have 100% connected. Ah, pillow's sitting wrong. Ah, there we go. All right. So there you go. You all got to see my first death because I messed up. Anyway, moving on. I got too aggressive. I should have rolled out, then connected when I had a more guaranteed chance to hit. That was my dumb. Oh yeah, the thing breathes fire, by the way, in case y'all didn't see that last time. I should have just swung twice instead of trying to do the heavy. This is not going to do as much damage as I'd like. Actually did a lot more than I thought it would. Ow. That's twice now. It caught me off guard with that spin attack. Damn, I'm off to a bad start. But y'all get to learn from my suffering. Now remember, I'm extra squishy because I have a vigor of 10 and I'm wearing just kind of like this hobble of armor that I have found. Oh yeah, I have a helmet I could wear now. Come on, let me get the... I just didn't want to lose my runes. What's frustrating about that is it's able to transition between attacks with very little tell. See, right there, it turned 90 degrees before it swung. Just abruptly turned 90 degrees. Right there. Before I even had hit the ground, it was already prepping for the next attack. And it killed me with the bounce off the ground. God. Alright, I need to calm down. I'm getting frustrated. If nothing else, I can always come back to this. I'm literally just doing this for the runes, as I said before, and if this is getting too frustrating, I'm not going to get the runes I want. I've already, like, time efficiency-wise, I'm not doing that good. So you guys can actually skip this place, as I said before. You're literally here for... There's a spirit ghost you get. Like, I have actually not given it too much of a try, but knowing the creatures that it summons, I'm like, I'd really rather not summon them. They're kind of pointless. But if you're got to catch them all kind of person, might be worth it. Alright, I'm going to be calm on this one. I'm going to be thoughtful. See, right there, I hate that it does that. Like, it doesn't look in the direction it's about to swing. It just abruptly does it. Got it, finally. Yeah, you see, you get the Noble Sorcerer Ashes. So, I think the only advantage to it is the fact that I think they bamf in and out of existence, so they get hard to hit sometimes. And then it's a sorcerer, so it's a naturally a ranged one. So if you're somebody who's hiding like behind a shield or something, and you're cool with tanking, then there you go. All right, I'm gonna actually walk right over here just so I can level up right here. All right, that gave me enough for 2 levels. We're gonna keep doing strength for right now until I can one-hand this sword, because the ultimate goal is to once again dual hand 2 big swords. All right, actually I can just bamf to where I want to go from here, or close to. Oh, I want to get the map for this region. Which, let me put these both on my ears. There is some hidden loot in this area too, if I really wanted to go get it. I'm not in a position where I want to fight these guys, and even if I summon the wolves, I feel it would just be too tedious. There, I'm just here for that. Found the map. Alright, now on to the next part of my nefarious master plan. There's a weapon that's down south on the other side of the bridge that's down here, the Bridge of Sacrifice, that I want to snag. Oh yeah. Finally found out how to do his quest. Like, I kept hearing this voice and I couldn't find where the hell it was coming from.
You? Yeah, you there. Stop pretending you can't see me.
I know he's like one of these trees. He got turned into a tree.
Why won't anyone look me in the eye?
Is it this bush?
I'm not that ugly, am I?
Did I kill him? Oh, there he is.
Did you go into... Oh, yes. I remember. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bonk. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back.
Oh, by the way, hi, Pepe.
Then I ended up as a tree.
What do you mean I went too far?
Came along, really. Oh, when they threw me out, so this is all I have. I hope
Mushroom. That's nice. 10 of them.
I could sneak, then I'd be of some...
Alright, I don't know what cave. I think I know what cave he's talking about, and it is an actually easy cave to go raid for some runes, but we're not going to worry about that right now. There's no early Ashes of War I'm too worried about. Pretty much just picking that up so I have it for later, because I like having them. Now, if you're somebody who does want to use a Naginata, no, not a Naginata, a Katana, and you didn't start as Samurai, you started as Wretch like I did, there's actually one you can get. The only reason I'd say start as Samurai just to have 2 of them, because dual-wielding Katanas, especially early in the game, can be very, very fun. That's entirely up to you. Because both provide a stupid amount of bleed, and bleed is kind of broken right now. What's going on in your life, Pepe? We are going to want a weapon with bleed to make this easy. So I might have to go get one of those katanas, and I'll get the katana that we can get right now. I might have to, because I think there is a sword I can get that I want. Yeah, I don't care about that. Right now I'm just trying to get into its area, and then I can farm up the moolah to get it. Now we're going to see if I can get right through this the dumb way. Yeah, I'm just worried about that ballista. That's what's going to kill me if I don't make it through. There we go. Stone Sword Key. Cool, I now have 2 of them. Multi-hit invisible walls now. Oh, speaking of invisible walls, one of the best earlier pendants, medallions, whatever you want to call them, I forget what they're actually called, talismans, that you could get in the game. The earliest one, it has an instant death glitch near it. Like, you're supposed to drop down to it, and as soon as you drop off that ledge, you insta-die. Now, so this woman, her dad is at Morn Castle, and you can deliver the letter for her, but as soon as you do, she dies. Like, it's really freaking depressing. I don't like the fact that because you helped her, she died. Pepe, the running question of today's stream is, as I'm showing off like some of the early stuff you can do to level up, is what kind of emotes would you like to see if you ever became a member? Not that you ever are going to become a member, but if you ever did. There's a Morning Star. Yeah, I'm not fighting any of these things for a reason. I'm trying to get to a very specific merchant. I think it's this one right up here. There's a second one that is on the on the Weeping Peninsula. Yeah, it's for bows. And I'm not. I could later on. I could probably use a great bow because they're more strength based. Oh, funny thing is, bleed got more powerful because for the longest time, it says it scales off of. They start scaling off of arc as well, arcane. It was glitched and it wasn't doing that. I think this is the merchant. I'm just double checking the merchant before I start committing to where I'm farming. Yeah, here it is. No, that's not it. That's the Bastard Sword. I want the Flamberge. Although he's got some good armor too, so if you are like me, started with no armor, it's a good place to start. And then he's got the Crimson Amber. So if you've got nothing else, it's a pretty decent. All right, and then the map I want just a little further ahead. So I'm going to snag the map, and then I'm going to do what I got to do. I might have to look up where the Flamberge is, because I completely forgot. But the Flamberge is the only great / colossal sword that I've seen that has bleed, and we want bleed for what we're going to be doing. If I can't find it, then I might just turn around and say screw it, and go get the katana that we can get. Because the katana does have it. And I should be able to two-hand it. Still being targeted by the giant. I think this is the way I need to go. Because like the road here is so hard to find. Like, the only big hint is there's going to be a rope bridge. Yeah, I think I got to go up this way. Yeah, the rope bridge is right there. It's the only major hint. From here, you can go to the Eld tree, the minor Eld tree. There will be a boss there. And then there's a church to the right. Top hat with embers. That's not a bad idea. Like, are you saying the embers is on the top hat, or the embers are sitting on top of the top hat? Or would you rather see, like, the Dark Souls bonfire? That's also an option now that I'm thinking of it. Cheap plug, if you do want to become a member, it's $1. Just $1. But just being here, I'm pretty happy for. Coming from. Oh, okay. That's not a bad idea. Like the like my top hat is the rest point, is what I'm guessing. That's what it sounds like. All right. So the Sacred Tear is going to be helpful for a little bit more later. I'm not going to use it just yet. Okay, cool. That's a good idea. That's actually a really good idea. I might use that. You cool if I use that? If not, I'm going to use it anyway. All right, this walking mausoleum is probably one of the easiest ones to do, just because of its location. It's easy to get to. There is a bit of loot here that's a little dangerous to get to, because some of the things that are here are really annoying to fight. Mostly because of him and him. I shouldn't have came in here. Like, because I don't even need the loot. I'm just doing this because I can. Oh, okay. Wing Scythe. Nice. See, I don't really care about it. That's a faith-based, dex-based build. Bullshit! I'm still alive, thankfully, but it was still bullshit. Shouldn't have been able to hit me with that arrow. Either way, I'm surprised I actually survived that. Heads up. The walking mausoleums that don't have bells seem to have a smaller pool of things they can duplicate. There it is. Fourth Church of America. I don't even have the health to have to worry about using a single sacred tier, so I'm not going to. Alright, where is he? He should be right over there. Now, we're not going to hit up Castle Morn yet, as much as I want to. I would need a strength of 30 to be able to use the sword you get from it. That's even just a two-handed. It's strength of 40 to two-handed, or one-handed. But it's a really, really good sword, especially early game if you've got the strength for it. Now, I think this merchant has the sword I'm after. If he doesn't, then I'm going to have to look it up, because I don't remember exactly where it is. Just doing this to heal up. Now, I know I'm just blowing past a lot of things. There it is. This is Wahanda. And this Wahanda is not the sword I was thinking it was. So let me look that up real fast. He does have some Ashes of War, which are good. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, it's the Flamberge that should do it, unless it just lost. Yeah, it's the Flamberge like I thought. Redmane Castle. Okay. Yeah, poop. Okay, so I'm not getting that anytime soon. We'll have to do the Katana route then. Yeah, as much as I want the weapon he's got, I've got better options pretty damn early. So we're going to be jumping all the way back up. I did unlock a couple things. Now, I know some people whose preferred method of playing this game is they will kill every merchant they see and take their bells to the Twin Husks. I can't do that. Like, it's just not in me. All right, I'm going to go get the katana because also, even if you don't do too much crafting, I do recommend you pick up this book. The Armorer's Cookbook. It's free, and it's what allows you to make the fire grease for your swords. Early game, that little bit of fire damage can make a huge difference. There it is. I was looking for that. By the way, in case anyone didn't catch it, starting next week, I will only be streaming on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. So I can spend more time for myself instead of like feeling the need to constantly stream. I should be okay. Yeah, my horse and I took a little bit of damage, but we're fine. Here's some bears. Even at decent level, bears are still annoying to fight. They're not too difficult, especially if you have like a good bleed build, or you're just decently into your build. But it's still just annoying fighting them. So the next location we're gonna hit up is that church you see down there. That's the Third Church of America. Yeah, Third Church of America. And this will allow me to. Oh, yeah, him. I'm going to go ahead and talk to him, because he gets you a dagger. And all you got to do is raid a castle. I'm going to raid up anyway. I kind of want to kill him. Okay. Always talk to them until they repeat themselves, because a lot of the quest lines won't start until you've talked to them twice. And then they just might not give you a reward at all. Alright, we're going to this church for 2 reasons. Alright, it's just a giant walking. Let's just make sure he didn't have any loot behind him. I'm still not strong enough to comfortably fight a giant, so I'm not going to. So the 2 reasons we came here is that flask right there. The Sacred Tears is a nice bonus. But there's a waypoint we're going to go hit up first. So now I have the Wondrous Flask, which will allow me to make some really cool combos, which we're not going to worry about too much yet. I don't need it yet. But there's this waypoint that's hidden back here. And there's actually a quest that'll tell you to come here anyway, so... It takes you to the Bestial Shrine, which is near one of the best places to farm early game. Late game, there's an even better spot, like what's being referred to as a legendary spot, where there's a whole bunch of relatively passive people. There's like 4 baddies in there that actually fight back. And all give you about 2,000 runes per kill. And the baddies here that you kill to farm are... They do have some health to them because you're in a very late game area. Well, you're not very, just a decently late game area. Any place with Scarlet Rot automatically has late game material built into it. Because I hate Scarlet Rot. We're just hitting up this, and I'll show you why you can farm here. Now, one of the reasons that, even though they can one-shot me at this point, and they have a lot of health. Oh.
Forgive me.
Oh, she's taking me to the round table hold. I never had her do it this way. Mind you, I've never not gone and killed Magritte by this point. So let's go to the round table hold. Yeah, I have no reason to actually want to be here yet. So anyway, let's go back to the farming thing I was talking about. Now, most of the time I was farming this, I was doing it completely off stream, so you guys didn't see it. I think I showed it a couple times. But yeah, but if you want to get some farming in, you're just you can do this relatively mindlessly. Just be mindful of what attacks they're going for. Their attacks are extremely well telegraphed. And they stun easily. Like, they stagger after every hit. And then they give about 1,000 runes per kill. And they're pretty far spread apart. There's a couple spots where there's like 2 or 3 standing next to each other. I usually avoid them just because all it takes is like 1 or 2 hits and I'm dead. Cool, I can now, in theory, one-hand this sword if I wanted to. There is a dragon on the bridge. Don't go across the bridge. All right. Where's the next place I was going to go? Oh, yeah. Bridge of Murica, or Third Church of Marika? Marika. I'm going to say Marika. Marika. I don't know. So I've been learning a bit about the lore. And it's a lot more interesting than I thought. Like, it just keeps getting more interesting the further I dive into it. The story of Rodin, or whatever you want to say his name is a lot more depressing the more I learned about it. Because initially in the early, I'm going to call it the Ring Wars, he was the one everybody thought was going to be the new Elden Lord. Spoilers, he wasn't. And that's literally because of his sister, whose name I can't remember. Or can't pronounce, one or the other. Alright, is there... Okay, I'm running through this town right now. Okay, which there's Point of Grace on the other side. Eventually I do need to come back and kill this thing, but I'm not going to worry about it. Once again, it's just more of a... because it's a lot of runes I can get. No other reason. The one thing you do get as loot is pretty much only good if you're trying to do a faith build, especially with bestial faith build. Now, I could have gone a completely different direction to get here, or a different path. I just chose to go this way. See, is that who I think it is? Oh, it's just another merchant. Yeah, let's see what this merchant has. He probably doesn't have what I want, but... Yeah, he doesn't. He does have some smithing stones, which is new. That's one of the upgrades they did. What does this one give? The poison arrows, which I'm not using arrows. Yeah, he is holding back, because he's actively using most of his powers to try and hold back the stars, as you pointed out. Hold back the meteors. And the area you fight him in, it's above the Hilga tree, which is where all the scarlet rot comes from. I'm probably saying that name wrong, but I don't care. Oh, let me go help him. Oh, the pot people, everybody like kind of fell in love with them for some reason, especially Alexander. They're more fucked up than you think. Their insides are actually full of dead warriors. And the reason why is because apparently it's either part of their culture, but they believe that having powerful dead warriors inside them make them more powerful. Which is actually one of the reasons I'm very okay with him dying. Like, otherwise I'd actually be a little depressed because he tried to help. He tried to save the kingdom effectively. But because I can't remember her name, he's doomed to wander mindlessly. Right. Oh, there's the cave. Alright. So this is the cave where you can get the other katana. And we're going to need it. We're just going to need a weapon with bleed to make it, to speed up the process of what we're going to be doing. Although I only have the one that is half of my max health by default, so I can go ahead and set that up. It's basically giving me an extra healing flask. Now, mind you, I'm actively not, like, I forget what's actually in there. I think it's just an assassin, so I'm not going to bother with it. You know, we're going after the katana. I don't need to fight a damn one of these to get to the katana. And there we go. I got the katana. Now I can run back this way. Yeah. Because she messed him. Mind you, that's the reason she's missing an arm is because of him. Like, no joke. She is missing an arm. The arm she attacks you with is holding a sword because she lost her actual arm. Because of him. He lost his sanity and she lost an arm. Alright. So the reason why we wanted the katana, and I might need a farm to actually be able to use it. What am I missing? I'm missing the dex. So yeah, I'll have to raise my dex up to be able to use it. But I can at least get to where I need to be to farm. Or not to farm, but to get the huge ass burst of runes we'll be getting. Like, I'm not even joking. There's a lot of runes. I might not do it just yet. I might see if I can get a golden foul foot. By getting that, it'll be an extra nice burst of runes, which will help set myself up early game. Now, personally, normally I would have already been fighting Margaret by this point, but I'm choosing not to. And there's also a ghost summons I need to get. I've shown you guys in stream before, but I'll show you it again here in a bit. I'm gonna get raided once I get up to that church. Hope I should be able to beat them. They're very mechanically fighting. Actually, what I keep saying is, I would love to see an expansion to this where you go back in time and you get to see the Dark Knight that where Godwin got killed. I would love to see that. On top of that, I would also love to see, which would allow you to see Rodin being sane and alive. You do get her weapon much later. Yeah, she staggers pretty easily. The problem with her, like most invaders, is she does roll. She does dodge. Damn, she hit me. I know I'm just spamming that attack, but for right now, it's my best option. Yeah, because we all feel bad about him dying. We didn't, like, once you realize his story, you're like, I really didn't want to have to kill him. All right, my dex is almost high enough to use the katana. And actually, that still would allow you to fight him and him actually fight you, because remember, they actually describe him as having lost all sense. He attacks both friends and enemies. It would also give more clarification on what happened that night, because no one really knows. All they know is that Godwin ended up dead. Ronnie lost her body. That's all they really know. Now, this area is insanely dangerous to be in. You are not fighting here. You are running here. Spoilers on that. You do not stop until you get to where you're trying to go. Now, I think one of the things I do want is this way. No, it's not. Follow the road. This land and like hell, just being able to see this area pre-Scarlet Rot would be nice too. That would be another really big cool thing. That's actually a really good ability right there. I'm not going to snag it because the T-Rex dogs will kill me. I am stopping for something else, and I'll probably die due to the T-Rex dogs. They're actually called that too, by the way, in the code. They're called T-Rex dogs. Yep, that's one of the early weapons I want to use. Alright, good, they backed off. Alright. Instead, you're not trying to stop here, you're just trying to run here. Alright. Normally I'll go south first, but where I really need to go is this way. And you'll see why. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get a specific site of grace that I can hit up. I'm trying to hit up a very specific site of grace just so I can return to it a lot easier later. And then we're going to get myself up to a dex of 16 just so I can use the sword I'm after. I wouldn't do that at the beginning of the fight. I would literally do that at the end. I would do that at the end, like just as he's about to die, for like a moment. He looks at you and does something that shows that he remembers you before he dies. Because you're giving him a mercy. Like, yes, it sucks you're killing I'm going to say a friend, but you're giving him a damn mercy because he's not serving his people. He's not helping his people. He's more of a burden on them. In fact, they have a festival all about either, like, on their side, they're feeding him and they're aware of that. But at the same time, they're also trying to kill him. They want him dead because he is too dangerous to just leave around. You'd rather do it at the beginning of the fight? I mean, I guess. I disagree. I feel like at the end would be good, because it kind of would give you the feeling of you setting him free. Alright, y'all saw me come through here once, and I said, fuck that. Fighting that dragon, the big-ass one to my left. He actually doesn't fight back at all. Like, the one thing he does do is he gives you a debuff. But you do actually have to kill him for a specific spell. I just wanted to get this Lost Grace, so I can return here much easier. I just got to get up my dex 2 more levels, and I should be able to use that katana. Let me double check. Yeah, just 2 more. No, 1 more. 1 more. I'm at a dex of 13. No, 2 more. 2 more. 15. I'm just going to go back up here, kill a couple. Hell, actually, if they did the, it would be very interesting if, like, when you show up and he remembers you somehow, the fight changes completely. You actually fight a full-powered, honorable duel kind of rodent where you don't do summons anymore. You just fight him. You can make it even harder if you want, or if the developers want. But I think that would make a lot of fans really happy to fight the real version of him. The version of him that fought that one woman to a standstill. I can never remember her name. I never beat her. She's too aggressive for a magic user for me. And there was no reason, because the weapon she drops was completely pointless to me. Although she does drop an incantation that's all about Scarlet Rot. Alright, just those 2 guys, and I now have the ability. I don't want to farm these guys too much. I'm literally only doing this to get my dex high enough to use that katana. Because I need, once again, the katana will make the next step very much better. Do I have one? I do not have one of the bird foots. So, spoilers, if you're doing this, get the gold foul foot, because it'll give you a bonus XP. I'm not doing it because I just don't want to stop. One of the easiest ways to go find patches and either buy it from him or learn the recipe to make them from him. You will have to fight him first. Of course, spare him. He's still an asshole, though. Alright. Now that we're here, now that we've done that, I don't even need to crouch, just walk up on it. This is about the side you want to be on. Don't go towards his face, because there's a lot of wyverns, and he summons them to attack you. But if you're attacking from his tail, you're far enough away that they won't come after you. And the reason you want bleed is because the side effect of hemorrhaging, I'll stand so you can see his health, does a percentage of max health. So watch. I'm only doing like 80, 135. See, he's pissed, and now he's going to do a yell. I just did over 10k in a single hit because bleed kicked in. It's going to be a bit slower now because he just gave me a debuff, which is actually the incantation you learn from his death. You have to turn in like 3 hearts to get it, but... See, another burst of like 10k. To kill him normally, you're supposed to kill the 5 wyverns that are around him. I'm not high enough level to do that. So I'm just going to kill him directly. And obviously, if I was dual wielding katanas, this would be a hell of a lot faster because I'd be just bapping him with both. There we go. There's another bleed cycle. I'm going to move further down his tail just to make sure that none can bother me. Super Slash! There was no point in me doing that. Because we're relying on the hemorrhaging anyway. Because it makes no difference. Like, the speed's still the same. Actually, you're right. It's a little faster. Or are you talking about dual wielding? Because with dual wielding, every time you swing, you hit with both swords. And each sword does individually its own bleed stacking. It is slower? Okay. Yeah, you're right. I like after I tried, you were right. You right. You right. I just two-hand things by default. And almost every category of weapon has a weapon that provides bleed. Even colossal swords or great swords. I can't remember which. The Flamberge, which is in Redmane Castle, has bleed. That's the only one of that category, I think. And I think you can apply bleed to every class of weapon in one way or another. Mind you, with that said, the best weapons for it are the ones who hit stupid fast. And you're able to just spam out the attacks. So dual wielding two bleed weapons is a good idea. Yeah, we're just after the hemorrhage effect. That's all we're after. And there we go. He's about dead. He might actually die before he hemorrhages again. Maybe, I don't know. Alright, watch my runes. Okay, looks like he's going to have to hemorrhage first. There he goes. Actually, he didn't hemorrhage. Alright, I'm at 669. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Because you not only get the runes from his death, which is a lot. I got 50,000 from him. And then a bunch more from 3 other Drakes dying. And if I had eaten a golden Foulfoot, it would have been like another 20% or something like that. So, early game, this can allow you to really make a build. And make a huge difference. Especially if you're a wretch like I am. So this just made a huge difference. We're going to bring my strength to 30. And vigor to 17. That's a good start. A really damn good start. Do I have enough for 2? No, I do not. Alright, but I do have the ability to do this like 3 times. 4th time? No. I still can't use this because I need a strength of 31. But I can still one-hand it. And I'm close to getting it to two-handed. Alright, so that's one of the easiest, earliest ways to get a stupid amount of runes for some quick leveling. Like, I know I kind of took my time on doing it. I kind of but that's because I was playing as a wretch. If you start as a samurai, you can pretty much beeline it to him and go do that. It's not a difficult run to go do, but it's completely an option. I am going to have to up my endurance also. My goal is to get my vigor to 30 and my endurance to 30. I need to get my strength to 40. But before I do that, I'm just going to go ahead and get my those two stats up high. For this sword, it's 31. For this sword, it's 31. For the sword I'm going to also be using on my other hand is going to be 40. This is another merchant that's worth knowing about. You can kill him if you want. He drops a legendary weapon, which is a really powerful mace, and he also drops his armor, which is really good. Yes. But he also does sell Arts of War. This one especially good if you're planning on using a shield, so you can use your weapon and your weapon's ability instead. But if you're worried about arrows, you can do that. You can use the Stormblade one, which sends like that wind thing. So there's a lot of good abilities in here. But I wasn't here to like buy anything from him. I was here to mostly get that Place of Grace and show you guys him. He's good for like some early customization. Let's see how I'm doing on damage with this thing. Not bad. Remember, I've done no upgrading on this thing. This is still a level 1 greatsword. I've done no smithing stones on it. And in case you guys haven't realized it, I'm on the other side. A merchant level. Are you saying that's what they should do, or that's what they did do? Because I do know a lot of I'm not gonna say speedrunners, but people who don't take this game as serious as they should, like as an RP experience, I'm gonna say, they just go ahead and kill all merchants.
Everyone who only to have let you know them. You're willing to make me. You're all heading to some tight well that, but I don't have. It's scary. I want to nothing.
I was just trying to get the jellyfish because there's actually a quest for that later. Also, she is your spirit tuner, and you can get her there before you fight Godric, which is very worth it. Very, very worth it. Should do as a joke. Yeah, you're not wrong. Or you could do the Witcher's route. If you kill too many merchants, the tax bureau shows up, and you have to fight them. The Elden Ring tax bureau shows up, and every time they hit you, you lose like half your runes. Half the runes you're currently carrying. You kill one, you only get 1 rune. No gear, just 1 rune. And then the next time they show up, it'll be 2. This is probably one of the best early... I'm going to die. Nope, alright. One of the best early ashes to get, which is the Godric Soldier ones. They don't sound like much, but they are fan-fucking-nominal. Alright. We got a specific objective to do. Alright, I mentioned this earlier. One of the best talismans early game is here, so... Internal ring service. That's a good idea. That's a good name, too. I like that. All right. Who is screaming? Anyway. This is one of the best early... what place to get one of the best early talismans, but it's very difficult if you don't know what to do. So, if you were playing this game and you want this talisman, watch. This is the time to watch. I'm probably going to get poisoned from this. Actually, I might be able to pull off not. Okay, cool. I'm going to stand here for a second. Because I really don't want to have to do this with poison. It makes it really tedious. And you'll see why. There is an extremely annoying thing here. And there is a way to get rid of it permanently, but I need a bow, and I don't have a bow. Incidentally, you get a bow for doing that, so... You get the Erd Tree Great Bow. That thing, no matter how much health you have, will kill you if it hits you. I'm not going to make the second run. Normally I can make the second run, but because I picked up those poison darts, it actually stopped me. But I have never seen anyone survive getting hit by that. Ever. There's an archer on my left-hand side who's going to shoot at me, so I'm going to walk back and forth. There's going to be two ghosts who spawn in right here. I'm just going to drop down. It's going to fuck with my stamina. And that thing will round the corner after you. What you do is you jump down. There's a ledge right here. Now, the one dangerous part, the reason why I told you not to do this immediately, is these guys. That's why. No, that's fine. You can dislike Dark Souls 3. Some people just legitimately... Some people are more inclined to Dark Souls 2. The people who like Dark Souls 2 more, which I'm not saying is the case with you, the people who like Dark Souls 2 more are more inclined to like, or dislike Dark Souls 3. So if you feel that you like, it's fine. Like, I'm not judging you. Dark Souls 3 is... Damn it, I broke the pot. So I'm going to have to do this with poison now. Because I don't have a cure for poison on me. Thought I did, but I don't. Do I have the ability to make one? I do not. Alright. So I just need to haul ass. Now the goal is to do this now as fast as possible because I've got poison. It's going to make it more difficult to deal with the gargoyles. Got my runes back. Alright, cool. Now, this is not even the worst part. That's just the easy part. And I am going to die from doing this. Like, there is no chance I'm going to survive this. My goal is to do the suicide run just to get the rune, to get the talisman. This is the hard part. Not only am I dodging that fire, but him. Yeah, I can get that. I get that 100%. That poison's what threw me off. If I hadn't jumped and broke the vase, I would have been much better off. I would have been able to take my time a little bit more. And I would have had a little bit more health so that he couldn't one-shot me like he did. Alright, let's see if I can do the vase properly this time without breaking it. I broke it. That was a gamble, and it worked. I really want to lock onto him. Killing him was more therapy than anything else. Or executing him like that was more therapy than anything else. dodge! I'm gonna try one more. Oh no, I'm gonna get it. And if I level up one more time and get my, if I got my strength to 31, I could actually dual wield swords already. I might even get power stance out of it. I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna try for the second vase. Yeah, I made it. So we're gonna stand here until my poison goes down enough. Yeah, but you're right. You're right. It's a long time before you get any of the... Like, you can get a katana at the beginning of the game. You can, which is one of the ones that people do have a lot of fun with. That's one weapon, but you have to fight a really annoying ghost. He's actually back at the shrine, the Firelink shrine. He's right outside. You walk outside, take a right, go up some stairs. He's right there. Because I'm not poisoned, I don't have to worry as much about my health. Now I just got to worry about not getting smacked by the chariot behind me. Or falling off this ledge. Which you can actually get them to fall off the ledge. I've done it once or twice, but not consistently. I don't like how my attacks can go right over their heads. Its linear path kills the mood. Well, almost all Dark Souls games are roughly linear. They create an illusion of not being linear, but they are almost linear. Alright, got him. Alright, that was the hard part. Does this still work? Oh, it does work. Okay. I couldn't remember if that actually worked every time or what. Hang on. Because I know if I jump on it, it'll go back up. If I just lowered it and it's permanently down, that's good. It'll make coming back here later much more easier. Alright. So let me explain something real fast. To get the bow, you would jump down this way. There's a ledge right there. Then you jump down again. You take an elevator up. You'd be able to get above the chariot. And you would be able to drop a pot on it that would break it permanently. Once it breaks, you get the bow. We're not going to be doing that because I'm going to die right here. Because this is what I'm after right here. This is the only reason I came here. Was that the Erd Tree favor. I'm going to see if I can do it, though. Nope. I'm going to die right now. Yeah, I fell to my death. Accurate. That's accurate. With Dark Souls 1 at least, and I think Dark Souls 2, you can do that a lot more. You are right. I will give you credit for that. And then Sekiro is the same way. Bloodborne is the same way. Bloodborne does feel a little linear. Now, the reason why I wanted this talisman, raise max HP, stamina, and equipment load. That by itself is really good. It raises a lot of side stats that you don't really stress on, but you do need. All right. So now we've done that. Now we've done that. And now that we've done that, we have a couple more things to do. And then I'm going to start rolling into some bosses. We're just doing a lot of pre-setup shit because I can. Because I want to get up one more level so I can get my strength to 31, and then I'm going to start raising health to 20, and then endurance to 20, because then I should be able to dual wield the weapons I want. Especially with me using the Erd Tree favor, it should help. Although I will say the game does open up a bit after the swamp, I want to say. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I definitely agree that, and everything you've said is right. I'm not arguing that. I had a lot of fun with Dark Souls 3, but it was more because of the new mechanics they introduced versus like what Dark Souls 2 had. Now, I definitely am going to be doing a Dark Souls 2 playthrough because I feel it's unfair that that's the only one I haven't done. I'm just coming over here to see what this merchant has because I always forget what he has.
What do you don't want any trouble?
Is that how you always talk to a possible purchaser? Armor's cookbook. Okay. Fire bow and arrows. Okay, that's one of the reasons to talk to him. He's got some smithing stones. That's a good reason. And he has an early short bow. That's a good reason. After the catacombs? Yeah, that sounds right. Alright, we're here for a reason. There is a boss fight that's here. I should have bought the torch. I should have bought the torch. I should have bought the torch. But I didn't. So we're just going to rely on super bonk. Alright, there we go. But no, like, because the Ashes of War abilities was introduced in 3, I want to say. And those, like, their version of Ash of War. So it wasn't the same. You didn't get to customize the ability, but each weapon had a special ability. This is new. Oh, it's because I've never helped him before. I could never find him. Someone revealed he was a tree. So that's... Got a semi-dying guy right behind me. Thankfully, Dark Souls doesn't tend to do that very often. They don't go, oh, here's a broken mechanic, and they change it. So my complaint that I did previously, I still hold true to it, is that Sword and Sorcery, the Sword of Sword and Sorcery, is too broken. And the fact that they did tweak it, I'm okay with. But Dark Souls as a whole tends not to do that. Nope, not dropping. Well, I can drop there. These are all demi-humans. I don't like the term. It sounds weird to me. Alright, there we go. I don't like the term. It just sounds really bad to me. But the reason to kill them is they drop rope. Alright. As they drop rope. And rope can be used for an alternate version of... I forget what it's called. Of like the flame gel that you can do. It's not mo beta, it's just quicker, so you can quickly put it on your weapon, and it's a lot shorter in duration. So there's no real reason to do it to me. Unless you know that the enemy is really going to give you no chance to reapply your fire. One thing I'm not liking about the Dark Souls community right now is some of the older community who's like, I've been playing since Dark Souls 1, not even the remake, just Dark Souls 1, is they're attacking some of the newer players who are like, hey, not only do I not use the NPC summons like you guys do, I also don't use the spirits. I'm like, cool story, bro. Now you can go fuck off. Like, if a person... Oh, I shouldn't have killed him. He was cowering. I feel bad now. Oh, well. I didn't even get that much. I need a lot more. I probably should go to my farming area and just get the required amount to go up that one more level. But I don't need to. Because actually, because I don't have the endurance to do so, me bothering to get that one more won't make a difference because I have enough strength to two-hand the weapon I want to use. Which will probably be my next weapon to snag here in a minute. Alright, whole reason I went all the way through the cave was just to get to this island. As y'all know, it's one of the churches of the dragon or whatever. I don't care. It's just more or less because I wanted to. Not to mention killing the boss got me a few runs. Exactly. That's actually my feeling with it. Like, I do regret that I finished out the game of previous game using the Sword and Sorcery, but I was also doing a magic build, which is not something I like doing. Now, the reason why they wanted to nerf that one specifically is because they felt it was too OP for duels, and you do have a decent amount of griefers who like to drop in, and they'll use that just to slaughter you. Because fuck those guys. All right. Alright, so we're going to go to Castle Morn. We're going to go to Castle Morn, and the reason why is because the sword I want is there. You know, Castle Morn can be very difficult, especially if you actually try to fight everything here. Something I don't entirely recommend. Now, I will kill that giant or I think he's a golem, not a giant, who's attacking right there. I'm just wanting to get the thing behind him first. And you can legitimately beat most of them without it, especially if you like know your dodge rolls and stuff like that. In fact, actually, some people say the best build in the game, one of the best builds in the game, requires you to wear a talisman where enemies will only focus on you. They will never focus on anybody else. I don't agree with that. You got mad at them. Okay. And I'm still 100% play the way you freaking want to play. That's my philosophy. Play the way you want to play. If you want to use a spirit summon every fight, which is I kind of do. Some areas I use them. Some areas I don't. Most bosses I do. Do it. If you don't, shut the hell up. And this is the reason why I'm saying I think he's actually a golem, not a giant. It's one, he looks like he's made of stone. Two, here I am destroying his core. And he gave me a smithing stone. Cool. I actually have enough to upgrade this sword one time. But we're going to worry about that in a minute. Alright. You'll see why we came to Castle Morn. Because I am going to raise my endurance a stupid amount so I can attack a lot more before I'm out of stamina. That's part one. Part two, I'd actually like to be able to wear some armor in this run. Not to mention using colossal weapons. I shouldn't have attacked these guys. That was a waste. Oh, you know, you're 100% right. That's actually why I tell people, if you're giving me critiques or advice, do not say just get good. You can say get good and then follow it up with how to get good. Like, what areas do I need to work on? So for instance, if you see me playing and you're like, hey, you need to get better on your timing for rolls. Yeah, the toxic, I wouldn't even call it toxic masculinity. I would call it, well, that's probably a good term too. I would say toxic sadism, toxic sadomasochism. I don't know. I can take punishment better than anyone else. Because, like, hell, Happy Hobbs. I bring him up all the damn time. Complete no-hit playthrough in all of the non-Secudo games. And he doesn't say that to anyone at all. He has the biggest reason to say, get good, scrub. And he doesn't. I'm just going to breeze through most of this because I'm not interested in fighting these guys right now. I know it would get me runes, but I feel this area is much more annoying than it's worth. Oh, and all I'm after is one specific weapon that drops here. Yeah, I figured I'd get hit climbing up the ladder. Thankfully, dogs can't follow you up the ladder. Oh, shit. Because I actually... Well, they can also fly, so the fact that he had to climb is funny to me. What was I going to say? Like as we were saying, I just generally don't like the get good scrub. Mind you, that's only a hardcore faction of the Dark Souls community. Most of the players I've dealt with, the ones who've dropped into the stream especially, have just been very supportive. Like, they'll tell me where they think I should go to get some good gear. But at no point are they like, hey, you suck because you didn't do X, Y, or Z. And I've never gotten that in this gameplay. Or from any players who've dropped into my stream. I'll probably have had one or two, but they didn't say shit like that. And that actually means a lot to me. I've had nothing but a supportive community behind me playing these games. Now, mind you, I think I'm a decent player. I was expecting to die just as I said that. I'm just coming up here for a talisman that drops. It's in a chest. I don't really need it. It's not for my playstyle, but there are some people this would be a phenomenal talisman. Oh, somebody fell. Talisman, twin blade talisman. Let me show you guys what it does. It's useless. Once again, it's useless to me, but it's good. Enhances final hit of a chain of attacks. So if you're somebody who does is able to do the full combo of attacks on a regular, especially if it's with a heavy swing weapon, that final hit will be damaging slightly, not too much more, but mo damaging. We're almost to the boss that I'm trying to get to. I don't care about that. Amelia, I don't know that specific run. Could you tell me a bit more about it? I'd appreciate it. Or let me know where I can go watch it. Or just see examples of it. Because a toxic community can completely ruin a game. Very well can. A good example... Yeah, that makes sense. Because a very good example is Markiplier playing... I forget the name of the game. It's a very good game. It's an RPG game that messes with your expectation. You're a human who gets dropped into the land of monsters. And your goal is you can actually play the whole game without killing a single person. In fact, actually, you're rewarded for doing so. I forget the name of the game right now. Undertale. And the Undertale community was just so toxic to how he was doing voices and stuff that he just stopped. He later on did it for a charity stream, but he just stopped playing it entirely. Cool. I was trying to remember if I'm set up for this. This is the kind of fighting I didn't get to do much as a magic user, and I'm really glad I get to do it now. I teleported away, and that was weird. There we go. And that's the sword I wanted. And I do have to two-hand it right now, but it's worth it. Its special ability is really damn good. Swear an oath upon the great sword to avenge your clan, temporarily raising all attributes for a certain duration. While the oath's effect are active, poise will also be increased. It's the Game of Thrones sword. Like, everybody knew it was in here because it's like one of the most talked about weapons. Unless I get two of the Buster Swords or whatever you want to call them, I'm gonna use this and then the Buster Sword in the offhand. Once I get the strength to do it, I currently do not. I need 40 strength total to be able to do that. And I could farm up to do it, but I'm not going to. All right, let's see here. Oh, let me take a trip to... Actually, I can go here for what I want to do from here. Nah, not that one. Wrong one. Wrong church. But that's a lot of the early setup you can do. Like, pretty much all it really was that I was going to say was... Go kill that dragon. That's like the moral of the story. Go kill that dragon. That's a lot of good setup right there. There. Now that sword is a little mo better. Now we're going to go from the Stormhill Shack up into the castle. Spoilers, I am going to go through the main gate this time. I actually find it a lot more easier to go through the main gate than it is to go through the rest of the castle. Mind you, I still end up doing that, mostly because there's some really good loot throughout the whole castle. Let's see how this sword does. I'm going to try something if I do level up one more time and I can put my strength up one more tier. I do want to try something. It might not do me any good, but I want to try it. We're going to go through over this way. I remember doing this the first time and the enemies were invisible and it was so much fun. I have no idea where anybody is. I would just see their weapons floating every so often. Go ahead and raise alarm. It makes it easier for me. I just don't like the archers. That's like my one thing I don't like. Yeah, they definitely, oh yeah, with this sword especially, like... I swear oath of vengeance. And that's a fast ability. I'm sorry, I enjoyed that. Just because shield people give me so much trouble as a magic user. But as a big-ass sword user? Nah. Nah, man. Lost one of my Godric ashes. Alright, he's dead. Here's the other one gone. Another one bites dust. And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Do-do-doom, doom, doom. They definitely increased the drop rate here. Because, like, before I would kill, like, 50, 100 of them. Still not get a single smithing stone. Is there any left over here? No. Okay. That was fun. Now, before we advance, I'm going to level up one more time because I do want to try that build idea. Or to see if it works. Just to see if I can power swing them. Because I need to level... I'm almost at another level. I hate losing runes like that. Yeah, I'm like 300 away. Actually, I'm less than 300. I might be able to do this. Now I am about 100. So we're going to go over here and just kill a couple guys real fast. It's insane how early you can get this really cool sword. Now, mind you, you're not supposed to have the stats to use it yet. But I hate myself, and I know how to do it. Aww. Does somebody not realize I got the bigger sword? Oh, you can break those. Cool. There we go. That should be enough. Alright, we're going to see if I can even do the fighting style I want to do. If not, I'll just use that sword. Yeah, one's a colossal sword, the other's a great sword, so I doubt it'll let me. Yeah, I'm not power swinging it, so I don't care. No, I don't have the strength to power wield that either, so... Alright, we're going to go in with Sorcerer Rogier, because I actually like Sorcerer Rogier. He's cool. Alright, gotta see this cutscene. This guy's still an annoying fight. Even though I fought him a lot, he's still an annoying fight. Oh, I missed. You know that posture you got? Broken. Actually, it's poise. Oh, I was hitless until then. Let me top off my health just to be sure, because I just lost Sorcerer Rogier. Went after him, not me. Interesting. He hit me twice. That whole time. Twice. Yay! He said he'll remember me. I like being remembered. Uh-huh. 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 Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, and I can level again. Cool. We're going to go back to try and get my... I really want to get my strength to 40 so I can two-hand 2 colossal swords. But I want to get my health up so I can actually take hits. Because I'm not wearing armor yet.
Come over here, would you? It's tight linked. God, you breathe.
No, I will use the main gate. I'm not a pleb.
Well, Leaford, of course.
By the way, if you go the other route, he steals from you the whole time. Every time you die, he takes some of your runes. Nowhere does it tell you that, by the way. It just does it. Alright. Now that I've got the gates open, I'm actually going to hit up like 1 or 2 more bosses, mostly because I want to. No, I'm not going to. I'll get to where I want to be. You missed me beating Magritte on my first try and only getting hit twice. Alright, I just wanted to get rid of all the ballistas up there. Asshole. Because that makes advancing so much easier in this area if you get rid of those ballistas. We're not going to go fight Godric just yet. I want to do a couple more random side things before I even go fight Godric. Gothic, I do recommend you go watch some of the earlier parts later, so you can see like some of the early setup stuff I do. You can learn that ability too, by the way. The one they just hit me with. Ooh, Exile Gauntlets. Those actually look pretty cool. There we go. Hit up this Grace just so I have a spot to come back to every time I die, which will be frequently. Alright, because we're actually going to get rid of that lion thing. Actually, I need to also heal, but I think I'm going to teleport out of here. Yeah, I'm going to advance. Yeah, we're going to get... Oh, I didn't actually rest up. Let me go do that. Just because I want to get the one flask I'm missing, and I'm going to be resummoning my soldiers to help me fight that lion. Because once you kill that lion, he's gone forever. So he is definitely worth killing. Also, I think he drops some very unique loot. I don't know what it's for, but it's a thing. Sad part is I really, really love these creatures. They just look so horrendously evil. I beat that thing without taking a hit. I have never done that before. I am on a good path to being awesome. Also, I just got a somber smithing stone, so I'm going to go use that. Someone with a crossbow is picking a fight with one of my guys. That was funny. So we're going to go upgrade this sword. Because that slight damage boost. We're not going to go fight Godric just yet. We're going to go get the Spirit Summoner to start coming here. You got to pick up something from inside here to make her come here before Godric. After Godric, she just teleports here. Oh yeah, let me see if I can wear the gloves without being over encumbered. Okay, can I wear the chest piece? No. Alright, I at least have a set of gloves on. There we go. Now my pointy bonk sword is now more powerful. Let me see if I can upgrade my buster sword while I'm here, because I am going to use that. I am missing 2. Okay, that's fine. I can find them if I need to. Alright. Now, this is going to be the harder part. The hardest part of the run, you'll see. Of running to Godric. Running straight to Godric. Especially through the main gate. This is going to be the hardest part. So if anybody's trying to replicate what I'm doing, keep in mind this is the hardest part. Yep, I knew that was coming too. To my advantage, though, I think it killed some of the guys pursuing me. Damn it. Yeah, I figured I was going to die at least once doing this run. I need to get past that part. Sorry, I'm checking my alerts. It's got me concerned. Alright, cool. Nothing too crazy. Alright. Let's try it again. There's actually a better way to do that, especially if you have a bow. I'll do it that way this time, instead of trying to do the mad dash like a dumb person. I'll be losing 3,000 runes, but as you guys know, I don't stress on that. You can actually jump up this way to get rid of some of the guys who will throw things at you. If you have a bow, it's even easier. Okay. Can I... Wow, these guys take a lot of hits. Oh, because I'm freaking one-handing. I was freaking one-handing. That's why I wasn't doing any damage. I was one-handed, because I forgot every time you upgrade, it switches you to one-hand. I forgot. That was my dumb. How's it going? There, now I'm two-handing. I'll be doing full damage. Now, in theory, I could switch back to Guts' Buster Sword, because I can actually upgrade that a lot when I want to. To at least +4, which is a decent amount early in game. See, now I'm doing damage. That's the hard part right there, getting past that. I got stuck! I got damn stuck! Okay, cool, I got out of there. Heal up. Why can't I summon? Oh, I need to be a little bit higher up. There we are. These guys, I'm not fighting with them. They are literally meant to be distractions for this part. I'm just running through. I ran the wrong way just then. Cool. I don't care. I don't... There, now even if I die, I'll be able to just teleport back here. Yep. And at least the wolf died. Now, for those who don't, so I'm actually right next to where Godric is. Like, there's like one more little quick little side thing I can do, and it puts me at Godric itself. That's the reason why I like doing the main gate. It took me that quickly, and I'm back, and I'm at Godric. You take this elevator. It's going to take you to where the jars are, and that's going to put me right next to where the secluded cell, which is just before Godric. That easy. I'm actually going to be running the other direction here in a minute, so I can go get the item for the Spirit Summoner. Oh yeah, because there's a dung beetle down here. One thing that they got rid of that I'm not a fan of is you can't do the where you drop down and hit somebody. You can't do that anymore. I'm not a fan of that. I wish they'd kind of kept that. All right. So we're going to actually bamf back to the lift side chamber just because I don't want to walk back that way. Because there's birds if I go back the way I was facing. And I can run past. I can take out the giant, no issue. I just don't want to deal with the birds, especially with a greatsword. It's so annoying. All right. Now, once again, we're going to be moving in a very specific way this time. I can't see that for shit. Wooden greatsword. There we go. Or great shield. Great sword. Now I am going to... No, I'm not going to. It'd be a waste. Because of the direction I'm coming from, I can handle these guys no issue. Remember when I came back through here as a magic user the first time? Now I'm worried, just because he did that whistle. Oh, everybody's just going to be an archer? That's fine. I don't even care. Yeah, I still hate the grafted scions, or whatever they're called. I think this is the way I was supposed to go for what I'm after. I'm going to go this way anyway. It is not, but it's going to give me a teleport spot. What the hell is... Oh, somebody's revving their engine outside. Why, I don't know. Like, with the way gas prices are, why the frick would you rev your engines? Alright. Not the direction I wanted to go, but it did give me a teleport. So, that's something. Is he still paying attention to there? Yeah, he is. There's nothing on the other side of that was worth it to me. Not that I remember. Summer Smithing Stone 2. That's another upgrade to this sword. That's nice. Ah, that's the door I was looking for, I think. Yeah, that's it. It's going to have some dogs on the other side, which is the only thing I'm worried about. Once again, if you see that something's eyes are glowing, it means they're going to give you bonus runes for killing it. Yeah, he gave me 445 this time. The good news is I'm going to be right next to where I wanted to be. I just ran the wrong way. And I got stuck just attacking like an idiot instead of just getting into position to hit. Sorry, I was thinking. Trying to remember what I had to eat. I got leftovers I just remembered about. I'll be able to eat them later. I have so much trouble with dogs and wolves for no freaking reason. Anyway, that's what we were after. If you actually go back there after doing what I'm about to do, you'll actually find her cloak. And you can wear it. I'm not going to. I just want her to be back at the round table so I have the spirit person. Keepsake from my men? Oh, goodness. There we go.
They all thought I'd make something. I think I'll head to perhaps I'll find my...
And you do. Yeah, having her early in the game already be here, like especially before Godric, totally freaking worth it. Makes the Godric fight so much easier, especially when you have the guys I have. Cool. Just the back and forth here is tedious.
Greet it, my name is Resentless around here. I never knew, although I'm still what I don't believe. If I do, I suppose I'll ask Master certainly. I know I can tell.
Yeah, I know, I'm just kind of breezing through the conversation.
Back already, no matter. The girl. Are you out of food? Stay absurd. I refuse. I don't doubt.
I don't doubt you. You're literally telling me you doubt me. Bitch. He's got a very depressing story.
Allow me to forgiving me. It was as if you have my crack.
Yay, golden seed. Oh, because I forgot to get it from her back there.
If I do, I suppose I shall ask.
Alright, we're just going to reload the Temple of Lost Grace. Yeah, she's over there. We got her shop up now. And there we go.
Good to see you. I have you to thank. I can happily. I'm as but and if there's well, I search Roderick.
There we go. I don't have the things, but let me go ahead and burn one of my... I think I got a golden rune. Yeah, I do. Which will put me at 300. I still don't have enough. All right. That's fun. All right, there's a couple bosses we're going to go take care of. We're going to take care of this one first just because I want to. Now that I've actually got the weapons that I want. It's going to get me some talismans that'll make it pretty... a little bit more better. Oh, yeah, I need to go get that, don't I? And we're going to take care of some people that I ignored very early, which were... I should have killed. Just knocked on his ass. His very bony ass. Shite. There's three, effectively three of them, because that one's about to respawn. There, got him before he respawned. got rid of him. There's an archer behind me. That's fine. Cool. Now, in case anybody forgot, this is where I got the katana earlier. I'm just going through and actually killing the boss this time. I should have opened the door before I left, but I didn't. I could have just ran through this again, but I kind of wanted the runes this time. There we go. That archer got up. There's an archer over there that's going to get up. Let me roll, damn it. Yeah, now the door to the boss is open. Got what I wanted. Ooh, blood roses. Oh, pumpernickel. I'm just going to run through all these guys. All right. Now everybody's calmed the hell back down, and I have all my stoof back. Now we're going to go fight the assassin that's in here. Hopefully I'm able to manage him. He's going to be rather fast-paced, so my slow attacks might be a bit of an issue. Was what left in the game intentionally or by mistake? The Assassin Crimson Dagger is a very good one. Look above. I don't know what you're talking about. But if I had to guess, not knowing what you're talking about, probably it left intentionally. All right, so that's another boss down that I just wanted the talisman. It's the only reason I did that. Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking about how little I actually look around at the scenery. Like, look up in the scenery specifically. Here, now those spirits are a bit mo better. There's a couple of other ghost areas I can go hit up to get more ghost stuff to further upgrade them, but we are going to use a shortcut so I can make my Guts Buster sword so much better. It's going to be God tier. By the time I fight Godric, it's going to be very good. Like, I know I'm using the grafted sword right now, and that's fine. Oh, let me go pick something up. I've been neglecting mass securing a small spot real fast. Hang on. Let's go do that. I'm going to take care of this encampment. It's got a whetstone there that I want. Where's my kitty cat? He's probably up in the bed asleep. Interesting. I actually probably don't need to do the jump attack. Just walking through them now. Just walking through them. Yeah, I went a while in one of my previous playing around playthroughs where I forgot to come here because all I thought of was like, oh, the Stomp of Storm, cool. But no, you actually need the Whetstone Knife so you can do your Ashes of War. And then the Whetstones as a whole are pretty good because they allow you to ignore what an Ash of War's element is supposed to be. To make its affinity the way you want it. So if you have like a weapon you want it to be an intelligence-based weapon, but you really don't have any intelligence-based things, and there you go. All right. So I got that. That was one thing I needed to hit up. My chair's squeaking, and I'm actually enjoying that. I say for the first 2 hours of playing, I've done a lot, even though I started as a wretch just to mess around. I took sick pleasure in doing that, not gonna lie. Now, I mentioned this before. I showed you guys this in another stream. But there is a way to skip the Storm Castle entirely. I don't know what I just picked up. Okay. Yeah, new cookbook. I believe it gives you cotton, which is actually a really cool thing. It allows you to be stealthy. Let me go see what that is. I don't remember what that is. I missed. Oh, Stormwall. That's actually really good. For a shield, it allows you to... someone shoots an arrow at you and you're able to just deflect it away. But it is a deflect. It's not something that's constantly up or even up for a short duration. You just have to watch the arrow come towards you and do that. And I'd almost rather just hide behind the shield if you got it. It probably does work on like ballista bolts, but those things move so fast it's kind of hard to watch. Like if you really... Why was it invisible wall? That was for therapy. And like that, I'm on the other side of the Storm Castle. So now I can go do some of the stuff up here at Limnia Lakes that I really wanted to. In theory, you can actually get to the capital having beaten only one boss. Or one rune bearer. And that would require Rodon, actually. You beat him. Am I getting a cutscene or... Oh, it's just taking a while to load. Okay. Because if you beating him causes the asteroid to fall, allowing you to the city of Necron. Going to the city of Necron allows you to take a back route through some caves that puts you in the city itself, and you bypass a lot of fighting. But you did beat Radon, which is a bigger and more difficult fight. So you earned it. Not to mention going through the city in Nokron. I don't even know what that is. I'm just running through here. I'm after a very specific cave, which is actually a little bit further away from here, but I'm going to do it. I don't think he has anything I want. Oh, he has that. That's actually something I want. Let's see here. Cool. Now, I could easily buy what I need from him. Like, he actually had it. I don't want to. I want to not have to rely on specific merchants. I want to have the Round Table Hold have what I need. Now, I'm going off of memory where I'm trying to go. I walked past one of the things I kind of wanted to pick up. Once I pick it up, it'll actually make me not have to do it by memory. I'm trying to stay away from that giant-ass lobster. They hit hard. Mind you, I'm a lot more beefier than I normally am, so I could probably take the hit. Thank you. That's all I was after. Wasn't even trying to fight anybody. I just wanted this map so I can see where the hell I'm going. There's a cave here. It's a crystal cave. The boss drops something very worth it. And actually, the fight's not itself is not too difficult. You just have to know how to fight crystal creatures. Shite. Oh, there it is. It's way the hell up there on the right-hand side. Well, what would everybody like to see? We already discussed the them doing a the night Godwin Godwin got killed. That broke the night of the ring breaking as a possible expansion, DLC, whatever you want to call it. What other one would you like to see? Because like in Dark Souls 3, they really raised the bar on what expansions are like. I'd say Bloodborne's is also really fucking phenomenal with the whole Hunter's Nightmare. It expanded the world, lore of the world in a very beautiful way. Not to mention the final boss fight there is just amazing. The Orphan of Kos. And then you have the first Vicar fight. Not even the first Vicar fight. What am I thinking? I can't remember his name. That's the fight where you get the Great Moon Sword. Such a tediously long run. Huh, you seem Seem like you have a specific bias towards gothic things. Sus. Very sus. Very, very sus. But no, you're right. That actually wouldn't be too bad of an idea. But like story-wise, what would you like to see? I would like them to actually take us to the land of reeds for once. That would be interesting. Like, I know Sekiro is kind of that, but it's supposed to be specifically feudal Japan. But if you look at, like, all the other stories, every time they use katanas and stuff, they always call it Land of Reeds. Which actually makes me feel like all of the Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and this are all tied together. Because they always mention Land of Reeds. I passed by the cave. Why is my phone vibrating? Oh, okay. Alright, so why this cave is important is it gets you the smithing stone bell bearing, which allows you to be able to buy infinite smithing stones 1 and 2. Which they actually lowered the price of by a lot. I'm kind of curious how well I can do against these guys. Not too bad. And they don't bounce me like they usually do. Because if you don't have a high enough poise, every time you attack them, you will just bounce off them. So I actually can probably fight my way through here instead of just running through here like I've done more than a handful of times. Didn't mean to hit that one. But no, I can totally see a Gothic type one. They kind of did a Gothic castle one, especially in Bloodborne. It wasn't a DLC, it was just an alternate area you can go to. With the castle of Vile Blood. But you could argue all of Bloodborne was a Gothic style fight. Fudge, fudge, fudge! Okay, good, I broke his... and he killed me. I need to adjust my seating. There we go. My butt was starting to hurt. I'd actually be standing right now, but because of the way I changed my way my camera's set up, me switching to standing mode is much more tedious. Alright, I'm going to actually just run through here. I'm not going to try and farm. I'm not going to try and kill everything. I'm just going to get to the boss, get what I want, and get the hell out. Because I really do want to go kill Godric. And all this stuff, I'm just kind of like dilly-dallying, shilly-shallying instead of like going straight to him. Because I would love to actually be strong enough that I can two-hand this thing. Or one-hand it so I can have the Guts' Buster Sword in my my opposite hand. Oh, I went the wrong way. Cool. 2 Smithing Stone 3s. I'll need those soonish. Thankfully, I think I led them far enough away that they won't be able to follow me on the elevator. If they do, I'd still be able to kill them. Just realized your name has an extra H in it. I'm going to go up there and get the elevator to go up because that'll make the trip back here a lot easier. Ow. You know what we need to get from Software? Bloodborne 2. That's my answer. Bloodborne 2. Alright, this part's the most annoying part. Mostly because of those damn crystal assholes! But also because there's the four-armed dolls, I'm going to call them, that just can spam crossbows. Like, bolts. They just spam them. And they're the fastest at shooting them because they have 4 arms, so they're simultaneously shooting 2 and reloading. They never stop shooting. Bastard. Alright, so I've made it down here. I'm probably going to die on my first attempt. Thankfully, there's a statue of Merca, I think. My goal is to, as you can see, I'm not doing much damage against her, yet. The first time you break her posture, though... I shouldn't have done that. Oh, there we go. Now she'll take regular damage and staggers easily. There are later versions of her where you fight not just her, but 2 others. There we go. Smithing stone, miners, bell bearing. We went through all that just to get that. And it's 100% worth it. So now I can take my Guts' Buster Sword and make it, and buy the materials to get it much more powerful. And then once I get it upgraded to tier... Actually, I can get it to probably tier 6 if I wanted to. I would need to do a little bit of farming, but I could get it to tier 6. Oh, I need to offer the bell bearing first. And now I have unlimited smithing stones here. Just need to buy 10. I don't know how many of these I have. I can look, though. 3. And I need 9. Which I exactly how much I... Okay, now I just need the money to actually pay for the upgrades. So we're going to go do that real fast. I'm going to do one quick little farming thing just to get enough to do the upgrades. And you guys will see the drastic difference in what I'm able to do. I think I have an idea what the next expansion or DLC of this game is going to be. Because every time I go to post one of these videos, you get to tell YouTube what game is in it. And every time I do it, it offers me Elden Ring's Mortal Ring. And I'm like, that's an odd name. So it might be supposed to be a successor, actually, like your character in the future, or something like that, or it might be when the ring was forged, or yada yada yada. And the cool thing with that critical attack, I actually get to heal twice. Makes no damn sense, but I'm okay with that. Once then. So hey, that makes the assassin thing even better for someone with this build. Like against bosses is not a big deal unless the boss spawns minions. But if it's just you and the boss, not worth it. Because you probably won't knock him down enough to make it worth it. Alright, that should be enough. I don't want to farm any more than that. Because I don't want to do a lot of farming on stream. Because it's just tedious. But this is one of the best places to farm. Especially early game. You get 1,000 per. Now I just got to pay for the upgrades. I'm a little short, because I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. Tip me over and pour me out. They weigh the same. I don't know how. That might be have been enough. A little more. So I got 2 more things I need to sell, and I'll get there. You know what? I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I want to care about that. So I'm going to keep it, even though I don't actually care about it. And if I wanted to do a little bit more farming, just kill 3 more of those guys, I'd actually have a great sword plus 7. But I don't. All right. So we did all that just to set up for Godric. Now, I didn't have to do all of that. I wanted to, because I want to kick his ass. I want to make him remember who the hell I am. Because I don't know who the hell I am half the time. We're also going to make these, so I can set my sword on fire. One more piece of setup, and you'll see why. Just going to go ahead and get rid of the giant. Troll. Whatever the hell they are. 400. 300. 260. That was a light attack too. I don't usually get to break their postures. That was a weird clipping through the world. I didn't get hit once. I probably didn't even need to summon those guys. Golden seed. Nice. That'll be an extra heal. Maybe.
Be proud. You were a fine warrior. Well, tarnished I am the fellow. I'm here by how utterly this grafting of his tainted the very. If you, I ask you, call the winds run from certain fog. Apologies, as fellow down whatever.
All right. And there we go. So the reason I went to her is because it's going to allow me to summon her for the fight, which is a big deal. I probably could just go kill the giant and the 2 henchmen, and I would have enough to upgrade the sword once again. I want to check something. Hang on. That fast versus... It's the same. I'll just do it with two hands because it actually allows me to do mow. Jolly cooperation! Oh shit, I forgot to do something. There we go. Oh, damn it, I was going to try and roll through the second one and hit him. I fudged up. I'm off to a great start. Damn it, I forgot how long that reach for that attack was. I tried to do the jump version and it didn't let me. Broke his posture. Girl, I highly recommend it. Shit. Yeah, I don't think I can hurt him while he's doing that. I need to get out of there. Generally a bad idea to attack somebody who's surrounded by fire. Yeah, she's about to be beaten. Because she's trying to attack him while he's surrounded by fire. Do your roll. Y'all remember when I was doing my magic user? It took me a 2-hour stream to beat him. 2 hours to beat him. He's dead. I got him. All right, then I can start raising my... I'm going to raise my Stronk to 40 next, and then I can dual wield the two Colossal Swords. I really don't like that he does that. Behold, revenge. He's actually a merchant. He sells you like the Spike Cestus and something else. But after you've killed Godric, he doesn't do it anymore. Here you are on the golden throne that he kind of set up for himself. Right? Left? I like that. That was actually kind of funny. But, there we go. So I've beaten Godric. Did I lose connection? Hang on. What's up with my internet? Okay, is everything good now? No? If I'm live, I'm sorry. It looks like I'm lagged out. Okay, I may not be. Okay, there it goes. Now it looks like everything's going okay. Not like on my test screen it looks like the game okay there it looks like everything's frozen up, but on my other one it looks like it's fine. So I'm gonna assume everything's fine. But yeah, anyway. So I beat Godric first try. Woo, I'm awesome. Okay. Anything else y'all want to see me do real fast? Any other like little loot things you want to see me do? Do you want to just talk while I farm up to get the ability to dual wield colossal swords? Y'all got anything? Well, anything specific y'all want to see me do before I call the stream? Because I think I just showed a very good path to making a good early character. Like I did do a lot of side stuff, so you don't need to do every little detail. Like the big crucial one, in my opinion, get a weapon with bleed and go take out that one big dragon. I think that's a really good first step. In theory, if y'all want, I could probably go hit up the tree sentinel, go get him killed. I'm not sure I can beat him, but I'm pretty sure. Actually, you know what? I know exactly something I can do while we're figuring out what to do from here. Hang on. Yeah, that's what we'll do. There is one more boss we're going to do. You're good? Okay. There's one more boss we're going to do just because it's another good item. I might not be able to get it just because it might be too difficult of a fight. But if I can pull it off, it's definitely worth it. I'm trying to remember where exactly it is. I want to say it's right over here. There's a hidden cave that you can go to. I think that's it right over there. Yeah, it was right over there. There's a very dead dragon. Y'all don't think Scarlet Rot is serious? That dragon died from Scarlet Rot. I want to point that out. But this, where I'm going right now is a very good early fight, and you'll know the reason immediately. Not down there. Should be more over this way. Well, I guess I was wrong. Oh, it might be over there. Hang on. The cave, there's a hidden cave that you can only access from this side of it. In theory, you could come from the other direction, but I think the drop is just too difficult to do otherwise. Because you have so much forward momentum, but it's just easier to do this. And then that. And then you're now in the cave. Abandoned cave. Not that abandoned. The reason why you want to be in here, or what you're after in here, is actually a stupidly good talisman that you're going to put on every time you are farming. Oh yeah, I forgot about all the rot. I forgot about that part. And the fact that you are automatically Oh, that's gonna kill me. That's gonna so kill me. Not that way. It's this way. What's this say? Seek ahead. I gotta watch my health. Watch it go down. Liar ahead. Not what I'm after. I'm after that way. Heal up. I gotta wait for the sprays to stop because they do a lot of damage. Yep, see? Insta-kill. I needed to get over there. We're gonna try this again. I forgot all about the Scarlet stuff. Being in the cave. So that might be the one reason not to do this, just because of the Scarlet. But if you're able to power your way through, it's very worth it. Okay, it was this way. Heal up just so nothing gets an easy hit on me. Yeah, because those guys shoot poison as well, so you could end up being poisoned and Scarlet Rot at the same time. Poop. That's why I bought that earlier. It allows you to have a light without using up one of your hands. Now, because I am strong enough to hold this weapon in one hand, that's not that big of a deal. But it does make a difference. I don't remember what the boss in here is that I'm going after. I don't remember what it actually is. That's great. I've already got Scarlet Rot. You're not going to give me... That poison's going to kill me, though. I couldn't remember where to go, so I just kind of ran in circles and got killed. Let me drink some water. I need some water. I'm out of coffee, so... Alright, let's try that again. Oh, that's going to suck. So I got to stand here a little longer than I wanted to. But it is very worth it to go through this. Like, I know I'm going to beat a dead horse saying this, but it is extremely worth it. Screw it. And I forgot to put the lantern on my inventory, my wheels, so. There we go. I wish I knew what that said, but I didn't stop to look. Yeah, I think I'm trying to go over here. The things trying to kill me are definitely over there. I should have stopped and healed before I ran. I lost 2,000 runes, which is not that big of a deal. I think I'm going to go ahead and eat the Godric one just so I can get a little bit more leveling. It's probably only going to give me like one level. Do I have anything that'll increase robustness? No. That's 2 levels. There, I'm at 33 now. 7 more. 7 more levels. That was mostly out of spite. Now, I shouldn't get one-shotted anymore. I still might, but less chances. That poison follows for a long time. There we go. Yeah, I might not win this one now that I'm thinking of it. I'm going to do everything I can to win, just because I know a second creature spawns in. And I don't think there's a stake of Merca allowing me to respawn. Yeah, I'm going to die just from the rot. Yeah, I died more from the rot than that thing. If there's no stake of Merca, then I'm not going to try again. What you get from succeeding in this place, yeah, there was no stake of Merca, is the Golden Scarab. The Golden Scarab gives you 20% or 10% or 5%, I don't remember, but bonus runes every time you get runes. So that makes it's really worth it if you're able to get it pretty early. If nothing else, once you get to the point where you're just like doing a lot of farming, it's a good one to get. But the biggest problem is just getting to them is tedious. I think that's all the early game stuff I really wanted to show you guys. Let's go for spite reasons. We're going to go see if we can take out the Sentinel, and then I'm going to call it. The Tree Sentinel. And then off stream, I'll probably get my strength up to 40 so you guys can see what it's like dual wielding two colossal swords. We had a little bit of Zawado going on there. Wow, that's a huge-ass blast radius I forgot about. I was kind of hoping I would break his posture and allow me to critical hit him. If I was by myself, I would have been able to crit hit him just then. But unfortunately, my guys broke him out of stun. Tree Sentinel down. And I got a Golden Halberd, which I don't think I can even use. Yeah, I can't. I need the Faith, actually. I need 12 Faith. Alright, before I go, I do want to point this out because it's hilarious to me. The Greatsword weighs more than the Grafted Blade Greatsword. So, Guts' Buster Sword weighs more than the sword made of other swords. I want to bring that up. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it requires more strength to use. Let's see here. 23 versus 21, so not too much of a difference. But it is still hilarious to me. All right, we're going to go back to the Church of Ella. All right. So we got a stupid amount done pretty damn early. A lot of what I did can be easily replicated. Like, yes, a lot of it came down to what I knew how to do. But if you're choosing anybody who isn't Wretch, you could have done it a lot faster. Samurai is probably one of the easiest early bets. That you can do to make things easier for yourself. Just because you do start with a katana and then you can get a second katana. Why? Be wary of stomach. Okay, I was kind of curious what that was about. Anyway, there is a few cookbooks I do recommend you get. I'll show you where they are later. One allows you to make Exalted Flesh, which increases your attack damage That's a very good one to get early, because there's some bosses where you're able to, like, you eat the exalted flesh before you go into the fight, maybe set your swords on fire, and then you just whack at your opponent. Like, you'll just do stupid amount of damage. Like, I had one I could have used against Godric, and just he would have been eaten alive. There's a few other things I could probably go get to make my trip a little bit easier. I probably will have to go get, there's the Arsenal Charm, which will raise the amount of stuff I'm able to carry, so I will be able to do the Colossal build correctly. But that's all I got in this stream. Hope to see you all in the next one. The next one will be Monday. It'll be Monday. That sums it up. Unless I randomly feel like streaming on the weekend, which I don't know what it'll be. It might be the Final Fantasy Dark Souls game. We'll see. But it all comes down to how I feel, because I do have like 2 D&D games that I got to do this week. So, see you on the next one.